PBC have absolutely no interest in making Spence versus Bud. It's as simple as that. Welcome to Fight Club 24/7. My name is Johnny Rashman. Right, let's talk about Spence versus Bud. It's a fight that boxing needs. Everyone wants to see it. Will we see it? I don't believe we do. It's certainly not in the next few years. You've got Errol Spence's fans saying that, basically thinking that Spencer's going to fight Bud next after Ugas. It's not going to happen. They're showing Spence an incredible amount of blind loyalty. And that's what it is, blind loyalty, because you've got to look at what's going on here. If PBC wanted to make the Bud fight after Ugas, then they'd be promoting it, wouldn't they? They'd be making noise. First of all, they'd sign Bud. They've not signed him yet. He'd be at fights. He'd be doing interviews. He'd be pushed on their platform. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. Spence came out the other day, gave an interview, which I'll put here.
Everybody for supporting me. It's been a big comeback. This is my second comeback. And they thought I'd be done, but April 16th, you're going to see, I'm going to get that WBA belt so I can be the IBF WBC champion of the world. And then we're going to go get the other one too.
Go unify. That's right.
And did you notice, he didn't say, I want Bud next. He said, I'm going to go after the other belts. I mean, what is wrong with you, mate? Do you not want to fight the best fighters of your generation? I don't know what you're in boxing for. I really don't. Because I can't understand what's going through this bloke's mind. I mean, surely you want to be the best you can be and fight the best around. I don't understand it. I think PBC know, and I think Spence know that they ain't winning that fight. They are not winning that fight. Terence Crawford, for me, could win that fight very comfortably. He could put on an absolute boxing clinic and win that fight comfortably. And then where does Spence go from there? I don't believe he wants any part of this fight. I really don't. He's never demanded it. He might have mentioned it a few times, or he's going on about splits and things like that. First of all, listen, mate, you aren't Floyd Mayweather, right? I don't know what pay-per-views you think you do, pay-per-view sales you think you do. I don't know what gates you think you do. I don't know. I don't understand how you think you're that much of a bigger star than Bud. Are you a bigger star than Bud? Yes, you are, right? But it's not absolutely astronomical, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's not like Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're not Floyd Mayweather, mate, and I just can't understand it, mate. You've got Spence's fans saying, oh, he's going to fight Bud. This is the plan all along. It's just nonsense. What's wrong with you? Do you not want to see the best fight? The best? Are you happy with PBC making every excuse? One of their executives came out the other week and started giving that. He said, the excuse is just beyond at this point. He said, I'll pull it up on here. So basically, he's saying the economics doesn't work out. Well, you know how it does work out? Go and sign Bud up, right? Go and let him have a few fights. Let him build it up. He can fight someone else while Spence is fighting you guys. And then they can fight, can't they? If you had any interest in that fight next, you would have signed Bud up now as a free agent. There's no excuse about politics. I was with a different broadcaster. The bloke's free as a bird. Why aren't you signing him up? You could have signed him up, right? Let him fight someone else, maybe a few weeks after the Spence fight, right? And then get themselves in the ring. Let Spence come to that fight and call him out. Or let Bud come to the Spence-Ugas fight and call him out. Build it up. Marinate it, right? Get the juices going. Get the juices flowing. Let's see it. They don't want to do it. And for me, when a promotional outlet is doing that, they have no interest in that fight next. You really think that Spence is going to beat Ugas and then all of a sudden they're going to make the Bud fight? I'm happy to be proven wrong. I don't think we will. I think we'll either see Bud go up and then the other belt that Spence is referring to, he can get that, can't he? Because maybe they'll sign Bud on the premise that he moves up in weight, right? Or Spence moves up in weight, gives up the belt, moves up in weight, and then Bud can fight to be undisputed. I just can't believe it. I fear for Terence Crawford's career, to be quite honest with you. I don't know where he goes from here. I can't understand why people aren't looking to sign him. I can't understand why PBC aren't doing their best to make that fight now. They've got a free run at it. There's no one else involved. There's no politics involved. Why are you so afraid to make this fight? I'll tell you why. Because you know there's a good chance that Errol Spence could get scored in that fight, especially after the inactivity, the car accident, the eye injury. He's not fought for nearly a year and a half. December 2020 was the last fight. By the time he gets to April, it'll be 14 months. So I can't understand it. I think this is what's ruining the sport. Kryptonite with the sport, these promoters, it's absolute kryptonite. How you can have the best fighters in a weight division. Could you imagine if Oscar and Shane Mosley said, you know what, we're not going to fight each other, you know, or Vargas. Do you imagine if all of them saying we're not going to fight each other? We're going to wait till someone's 40 or over the hill. Could you imagine then? Where would boxing be? It's an absolute disgrace, and I can't respect Errol Spence, to be quite honest with you. I can't, because I respect him as a fighter. He's a great fighter, and look, he's done things that I've not. He's been in the ring. He's a world champion, so you've got to respect that. But I don't respect that you don't want to fight the best. You don't want to fight the best, mate, because you've never demanded it. You should come out and demand this fight, right? Put it on, bud. Pull it on PBC. Say, you know what? I want to be the best of my generation. I want to be the best. I want to fight the best. Not come out in an interview and come out on a show and say, oh, we'll grab that other belt. What do you mean that other belt? Why aren't you saying, I tell you what, I want Ugas, right? And then after Ugas, I want Bud. I'm coming for Bud. Why aren't you saying that, mate? You know why? Because you know there's a good chance you'll get beat in that fight.